I'm not seeing it, Leland. I mean, the guy that you used on the clip, the racial clip, he had like 4 people behind him. This guy makes a living doing that. We haven't heard from Al Sharpton, who is the true provocateur of race disenchantment in New York City. I don't expect Sharpton will say anything. He's too busy counting his $500,000 slipped to him by Kamala Harris. That takes a lot of time to count that much money. So I don't really see any mass movement to impose racial politics on the Penny case. As far as the UnitedHealth case, we have a strain of people in this country, antifa people, who believe violence is absolutely acceptable to advance their cause. They've always been there. They're there on the right, the Nazis, the Klan, but they're, again, minor players. 10 years ago, you never would have heard any of this UnitedHealthcare stuff because the internet amplifies it. But in what they call polite society, it really doesn't have any effect at all.
Well, there's something a little bit more than this, right? Because it's not just, Hawk Newsom on the left talking about Daniel Penny. He may be the one calling for riots, but there's a lot of other people who are talking and have talked about how Daniel Penny needs to be locked up. Alvin Bragg, the district attorney of all people, and his statement far from saying, hey, look, somehow we got it wrong. Talented career prosecutors and their family members were besieged with hate threats. This is unacceptable, and everyone, no matter your opinion on this case, should condemn it. You think about how much he spent going after Donald Trump, now shut down by the jury in this case, and he's evidently mad. Evidently, I don't think he's going to condemn what Hawk Newsom said. But you said something different about the Antifa folks on the UnitedHealthcare side. There's something different going on here, because it's not just the loons, okay? Saturday Night Live, of all people, joked about this over the weekend. Take a listen.
This week, New York City officials sent a tough message on crime. If you shoot somebody in the middle of the street, you better get on your bike, hop on a bus, and get the heck out of here, mister. It's also so crazy that the shooting happened 3 blocks from here in broad daylight, and the guy just bicycled away. Probably because they have every cop in the city guarding our Christmas tree.
If it had been someone other than the CEO of a healthcare company, would those jokes have worked?
I don't know. He's mocking New York City. He's not mocking the death of the CEO, and he should mock New York City. New York City is totally out of control. There's no public safety anymore in the city. It's been destroyed by Alvin Bragg and others in Albany. People are fearful. That's why Daniel Penny's case got so much attention, because anybody riding a subway to work or home or whatever is not relaxed. Right. I mean, because there are so many mentally ill people, violent mentally ill people, walking around the streets, and the New York City system of justice will not stop them at all. Will just release them time after time. The man who was killed by Daniel Penny had 47 arrests and assaulted and a conviction of assaulting an 80-year-old woman. And he's running around with no supervision, nobody helping him, including his family, who's now suing Daniel Penny. Why don't you sue the city of New York? All right? So it's the social disorder component that is the most important part of this story. It has collapsed in New York, in Chicago, in Los Angeles, and it isn't coming back as long as progressive left politicians are in power, because they don't want to protect the public. Their view of life, of justice, of crime and punishment is so skewed, so screwed up. I was going to use another word, but I very rarely say the word anymore, rehab myself, that it is a danger to all of us in New York City, all of us. And yet, the voters keep putting them back.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.